What do you think of Garrett's allegations?
Well, all things are possible based on the available evidence. So the question really comes down to, do you believe Mason Rudolph when he says he didn't say it? And I do. I find it difficult to believe that he would say something like that. And also, by the way, he has black teammates who, when that went down, jumped on Myles Garrett. However, there was a time before anyone was around them. You could see the video, you could see pictures where people were outside of earshot when they were close, their heads were close together. And it's not that the NFL said we listened to audio and could find nothing. It's that no audio exists. Nothing was recorded of the sound in that area. So we don't know, right? Rudolph read a statement the other day apologizing and accepting responsibility. And people said, well, it's a prepared statement. Some people felt it sounded sincere, others didn't. I don't care whether he felt it in his heart or he didn't. He got himself to say those words. That is accepting responsibility. I judge people on their behavior, not what I think is in their heart of hearts. Garrett says that he heard a racial epithet to the league, right? And now it comes out as though Garrett's trying to frame Rudolph. Why did he wait so long? Well, he explained in his tweet. He waited a long time because he didn't want to come out with an allegation. He said it in what he thought was a safe space to say it, where people wouldn't find out about it. Then it was leaked. Who leaked it? Garrett or the league? There's motives on both sides. So do I believe Garrett? Yeah, I don't think he's lying, and I don't think Rudolph's lying. What could have happened that explains all this? What I think happened is that Garrett thought he heard something. He has, you can see Mason Rudolph's previous social media posts. Garrett probably made assumptions about the kind of person he is. They're rolling on the ground in the heat of the battle. Garrett thought he heard something, which Rudolph didn't say. I think that's the story that most likely fits the evidence and what I believe the sincerity is of both parties. Who leaked it to the media? Was it to Josina Anderson and Adam Schefter? Was it Garrett or his people, or was it the NFL and their people? For my theory to be correct, it would likely have to be the NFL who leaked it. And
what are the motivations on each side?
Well, the NFL, if Garrett leaked it, then he really is trying to make Rudolph look bad, and that leads me to believe maybe he is inventing it and trying to get some kind of sympathetic reaction out there. If the league leaked it, then that wouldn't be the case.
Here's what I'm willing to say about this. We weren't there. There is no sound. There is no evidence. We don't know. And we know neither guy well enough. One is young in the league. The other's a backup, so we might not care what he has had to say in the past. We know neither well enough to deduce who's telling the truth, who's not. We don't know, period. Having said all of that, here's what I would tell you on a couple of fronts. As it pertains to Mason Rudolph, with all due respect to his lawyer, I appreciate that statement, vehement denial. But again, with all due respect to the reporter, we don't give a damn what you have to say. Mason Rudolph is the one that needs to be speaking up for Mason Rudolph. There are certain things that have nothing to do with a lawyer. You didn't say that, yo. You don't need a prepared statement. You don't need the Steelers, mingling with you and coordinating some kind of response. No, bro, I didn't do that. I would never do something like that. That's a damn lie. You don't need your lawyer to do that. So the lawyer's saying, we're not going to hear again from Mason Rudolph. We're not going to touch this. Oh, yes, the hell you will, because the second, if I were, listen, those reporters for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette are fantastic. They do a great job covering that team. I'm telling you right now, you walk in that locker, I walk in that locker room the second I see Mason Rudolph. Yo, bro, give a damn what your lawyer said. You said that? Yes or no? It's very simple as it pertains to him. And do I believe he did it? I'm inclined to believe not so because of the kind of things that you described, the environment that he was in, et cetera, et cetera. But then again, in the heat of the moment, somebody trying to take your head off, you don't know what you said.
There was the time where everyone was out of earshot except for those two.
That's right. So I don't know. Now let me get to Myles Garrett. Because just like I said, I don't want to hear no damn statement from the lawyer. I want to hear from Mason Rudolph. You know something, Myles Garrett? I don't speak for all black people, We're not one monolithic group. Everybody comes in shapes and sizes, and the bottom line is you think differently, you think differently. I don't speak for everybody, but damn it, we know our people. We know black people. And if somebody used that N-word on us,
You would know.
and I get ejected from the game because I try to knock his head off with a helmet, I don't need a week to tell the NFL office about that. A week? Excuse me. Let me tell you something. As a beat reporter for 17 years, 15 years, I'm sorry. Let me be very, very clear. You might not have said it in the immediate aftermath to everybody, but everybody got somebody in the media to communicate to. To say nothing until a week later.
The timing bothers
Didn't you
Wow.
hear reports from the locker room? Am I the only one who
I
heard
remember
things
that.
from the locker room?
Nope.
I heard
I
from the
heard
locker room that he
reporters.
was saying things right afterward.
I'm telling you, and I'm saying that.
Jonathan, I know you were shaking your head yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Like,
Yeah, well, I hear exactly what Stephen is saying because if it were me, one, I should say I never had anybody call me a racial anything my 10 years of playing, not in a game, not in practice, never. Had I had someone do that to me, to Stephen A's point, I would have been so vocal and so aggressive and so out of character that people would look and say, what the hell is wrong with Jonathan? Why is he acting that way? And as soon as I get one mic after the game in my face asking me what happened, everybody's going to know.
devil's advocate, maybe he just needed to collect himself, not only because
Which
a
is
racial
fine.
slur was thrown at him, but
Yes.
also he was feeling probably a lot of pressure coming down because he swung a helmet at a
Which
man's
is
head.
fine.
He
But
probably
that's the
was
whole-
like, I just don't want to get
But
in
that's the
trouble.
whole point. The whole point is I acted so out of character. Why did I act so aggressively and out of character? The reason why is because of what he said to me. And I'm going to tell you guys this, and I'm not going to back down from it until something gets done and something gets resolved.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.